Hello and welcome to Wondertilt, the podcast where fascinating topics of the day are weighed with opinion, knowledge, and humor, causing the seesaw of life to lean in whatever direction it chooses to rest. I'm Cloud, and with me today is Dave
Hello.
and Russ.
Hola, muchachas.
Hey,
This is our Christmas episode.
we're doing this Christmas special today.
Can you tell?
Can you tell with the bells in the background cutting in and out?
All right, enough of the bells. Cut them out. Our bell guy is on standby.
That's right. Oh God, settle down.
Shot him.
Do a new one here.
Yeah, today we're going to be doing Christmas special. It's because it's getting pretty close here. It's about the week, pretty much.
Yeah, it is.
So we got together a list of just a few songs that we found to be overrated. So whether it's by them being annoying or we just don't enjoy them for some reason or other, we got the reasons here and we got the songs. So
Now, why did you come up with this idea, though, Cloud?
why? Because by the time that Halloween ends, Christmas starts. It's like
Right.
you walk into the store or the mall or the costume shop, not the costume shop, but like in the costume section, and half of it is Christmas and the other half is Halloween stuff. And then and so like it starts pretty early. It's a seasonal thing for stores to like put their stuff out early so that they can sell more, right? But as soon as that happens, Halloween's over, all of a sudden these songs come on in the intercoms and you can't get them out of your head and you're wondering why you're singing Jingle Bells for like the past week. And it just can't get it out of your head, right? So
Sure.
yeah, I just thought we should come up with some songs and see what we all think about them. So
Nice.
yeah, I don't know. Russ, do you want to start us off with that or?
Absolutely not. Yes. So I thought about this for a little bit. And it's funny because at first when you said overrated, I'm like, you know what? There's not really any Christmas songs that are like overrated, overplayed, sure. But then as I began to think about it silently, and then suddenly I started to find that I loathed some songs and I didn't know why. And so this is an order of least worst to worst, in my opinion, of overratedness. Okay. And they have different reasons. And Super Dave, we were talking about this earlier, but Super Dave definitely is correct. There is going to be some overlap. So if you guys hear us harp on the same song each one time, it means that we actually just all have the same loathing opinion. Okay.
It's just a super bad song in that case.
It is literally a unanimous decision to chuck it out. So
you should never listen to it ever again.
This is where we decide tonight.
And I would even dare say, if we can come to a consensus of one or two of the worst Christmas songs or most annoying or overrated, I think that would be a pretty good result of this show for you guys today. But the first song that I thought of that is the most overrated, and I actually hate listening to it. You guys don't hear this much, but it's "I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas."
Oh, that should have been on my list. Good call.
See, thank you.
I mean, go on. Why?
Claudio, have you heard that song?
I probably heard it like once, and that's it. Because I try to make it a point not to listen to Christmas stuff until like the day of.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas.
That's right.
I don't listen to it. So here's the thing. When I was listening to this song, and I actually just heard it last night again, okay, the biggest thing that drives me crazy before I even get into the background of this song is the singer's voice. And I dare you, Cloud, at the end of this, if you are not familiar with it, just YouTube it for 5 seconds, okay? And you'll know immediately why it's aggravating. Now, I figured it out, though, Dave, why I don't like the voice.
Oh.
Okay? It is a nasally, pitchy 10-year-old girl named Gayla Peavy. Okay?
And you? Okay.
It sounds like a boy or what?
No, it's really high. I want
Okay.
a hippopotamus. So anyways. Okay? So now here's the funny part. So not only do I hate kind of corny songs that have nothing to do with Christmas. I'm not super deep, but like stay on point. You can sing about snow. You can sing about Christmas trees. You can sing about I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. That's a classic. I'm okay with it. I mean, yeah, maybe it's overrated. You guys think it's overrated. I like it because it actually relates to Christmas. I want a freaking hippopotamus for Christmas. Why? And so I read into it and I researched it a bit. At first, there was actually a rumor that it was meant as like a fundraiser to actually buy Gayla Peavy a hippo. Okay.
Oh.
It was like a rumor that it was actually meant to buy the little girl a hippo for Christmas.
Wow.
It
Like
actually
a 1950s crowdfunding project.
it is, man. And it's 1953 is when it came out, and it
Nice.
caught fire. Here's the thing. It actually caught on.
Oh,
And they
gosh.
actually, so it says here, a local
She's now
promoter
dead.
picked up. Well, seriously, it says this: a local promoter picked up on the popularity of the song and Peavy's local roots and launched a campaign to present her with an actual hippo on Christmas Day. Okay,
My gosh.
it actually succeeded, and she was presented with an actual hippo, and she then donated it to the zoo, and the hippo lived for nearly 50 years.
Oh my word.
Oh my gosh. So
Wow.
anyways, there you go. So that I didn't like the song to begin with. And yes, that is literally maybe one of the first crowd or GoFundMe's that we've ever heard of in that time. But it is actually about a hippo. And it actually gained traction and it resulted in a hippo for Christmas, just so you guys are aware.
Wow.
You guys know that they're like the most dangerous like land
Yeah.
animal. or-
Yes.
Yeah.
They cause
crazy.
more deaths than lions in Africa, right? Like
yeah, they're vicious. One
Oh.
bite, it's over.
So it
That poor
sounds
little girl.
adorbs. But if
Oh.
that hippo had snapped Gayla Peavy in half, we would not be talking about this right now. Okay, they would have wiped that from the records.
Yeah. Yeah. I just keep thinking about the poor dad who has to clean up the hippo crap afterwards.
Oh
like,
God!
Yeah, like
Oh,
how long did he?
you
put
seen
up
that
with
YouTube video? Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Betty, grab my shovel. Okay,
He was
Now,
on the phone
here-
that night for the zoo.
here's my second one. You guys can tell me what you think about this. I just feel that it's overrated, and I actually looked into it further because I'm like, is this actually about Christmas? It's not. Okay, it's all of my favorite things from The Sound of Music. I don't know if you guys have heard this, but it's actually played quite often on the radio for Christmas time.
Okay.
Huh.
When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, right? That
Yeah.
song?
Right,
Okay.
right.
It has nothing to do with Christmas. It has nothing to do with it. They
That's a
they
Christmas
literally
song.
they literally associated it with the snow in the scenes that are around that song or close to that scene, the snow. It just kind of gained traction and people now just play it during Christmas for the heck of it.
Wow.
It has nothing to do with Christmas.
It's awesome.
So I hate that. Okay.
Yeah.
You following me here? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
It's not
Okay.
related
So
to Christmas. That's why you hate it.
I didn't know that was a Christmas song. Yeah. No,
I-
I am
I
appalled
heard-
at this news.
I listen to a constant Christmas Carol radio right now at work. It's just in the background. I barely pick up on it. They're like Jingle Bell Rock occasionally, and like Nat King Cole singing. Little Town of Bethlehem. And so it's
Yeah.
good stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
But that song came on, and I actually caught it, and I was like, "What the? Is this a Christmas song? Like, what the frick?" And sure enough, it plays at least 2 times a day, and I'm like, I don't understand
Oh.
it. So just so you guys know, that was actually a Christmas song.
The
Uh,
only thing that Russell remembers is just the Nazis chasing after them.
What
That's every
What
time
does this
that
have to
song
do with
comes on.
Christmas? Doesn't even make sense. Why does Hitler have to be in a Christmas song? Now, this one you guys can let me know your opinion on. I'm open to it here, but I feel like it's overrated because as I looked into it further, actually, we don't even associate it now with its true meaning or origin, which is actually pretty sombering rather. It's the 12 Days of Christmas.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hear me out, though. This is actually why it was a very important song. It is actually the 12 Days of Christmas are from, what is it here? December 25th, Christmas Day, the birth of Jesus, to the Epiphany, which is the day the Christians celebrate the arrival of the Magi, the wise men, on January 6th. So it's the 12 Days of Christmas. Okay. That's
Okay.
where that gap is. But it was actually rumored. Now, it's not exactly confirmed. I did try looking around for some more concrete stuff, but it was written as kind of a secret kind of code song that could be sung in public without fear of arrest for Christianity. It was a learning or memory aid to Christians about what God had done for them. So the partridge in the pear tree is Jesus dying on the cross. My true love gave to me is about God. And then everything symbolically actually represents different parts about Christ or in the Bible. Okay. I don't know how much. I mean, I've seen people post it on Facebook like crazy, and I'm like, scroll. I don't care. It sounds so terrible. I'm so sorry. But the reason why I feel like it's overrated is because we don't even think about that. We just keep singing the 12 Days of Christmas, and we don't care about. Is it 8 maids of milking? 8 maids of milking? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
8 maids of milking. We don't even think about what the heck on earth all of these things are related to, and they sound really silly.
And that's like supposed to be like bishops or something. I don't know.
Something like that. It's really obscure. So that's why I kind of also lose it, is that it's overrated because it's complicated. Okay.
Yeah. And it's supposed to help me remember.
That really? Yeah, it's supposed to be a catechism, like really? So it doesn't even make sense like that. So I just wanted to let you guys know that that's my third worst one. Okay.
Fair enough.
Now, is there a countdown? Are you counting down or counting up?
I'm counting down to number 1. So that was number 3 of severity. Merry Christmas, everybody. We hate Christmas songs. We're going to rage on it. Now, this one, I have a reason for it, and it's very carnal, as maybe we'll find out with Dave's list. But Last Christmas, I Gave You My Heart by Wham. But I don't have a problem with that song by Wham. I have a problem with that song by anybody but Wham. Hillary Duff should go stick that song. Never mind. Anyways, she should just never sing that song ever again. And if I don't walk through a mall without Hillary Duff sweetly trying to sing me to sleep with this stupid song in her voice, it'll be one day too soon. Thank you very much. So I just don't like anyone else but Wham singing it, because Wham did it. It was great. Leave it. Stop it.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. Okay. Final one. Jingle Bells.
What?
Wait.
Dave's favorite one.
Here, you ready? You ready?
We're done.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
He just rage quit the podcast.
I'll hear you out.
Okay. So,
forgot the bells.
Upon research, it's actually intended for Thanksgiving, not Christmas.
Oh, nice.
Childhood shattered. So it was actually originally intended for Thanksgiving, but had no connection to Christmas, but it became associated with Christmas music and the holiday season in decades after it was first performed in 1857. So once again, just like The Sound of Music, we took Jingle Bells on open sleigh or whatever it is, and they took that and they said, this sounds more Christmassy than Thanksgiving-y, and they just ran with it and ignored Thanksgiving altogether.
No, this is
Thanksgiving was like, geez, I have no songs. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
I'm so thankful.
Yeah. No,
happens to be the most universal song.
They left the tape in there from Thanksgiving, and they just pushed play, and they just kept playing it, and it's like, oh, this is the wrong song.
This sounds baller.
Like, no, just leave it. Yeah, okay.
You know what? It's good. Jingle Bells.
Everybody
totally makes sense.
No. Until today.
It's a sweet song. Don't get me wrong. Like it's very nice, but it's just interesting how I feel like it's always sung, always. And then I was like, you know what? I kind of could do without it being played so frequently. That's mostly why I put it on this list as number 1. And then I researched it.
Quintessential Christmas song.
It really is. It really is.
The vanilla Christmas Carol. You know,
it fits so well.
Yeah, it's just like the starting point. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
No, just so you know. So that's my list. Maybe it's boring, maybe it's not, but those are my reasons, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh, that's good.
Fair enough.
That's good. Dave, you want to go?
Yeah, okay.
I got some songs. Some carnal knowledge. Come on.
Give me some carnal knowledge, baby. I want to hear that reason that's so shallow it hurts.
All right. Well, the order of mine is based on I Google searched a list of Christmas songs, and I went down them and then started picking the ones I didn't like. So that's the order that they were in.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Nothing else other than that. The first one, and I apologize ahead of time, Russell, is Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah. You know what? Fair enough. I'm okay with this.
No, it's nothing to do with the drums or people who play drums, but it's I mean the song is, my hatred for it is not. It's I don't know. Okay. And I'll grant you that it's like at least on theme of like, the nativity. I think that's what it's about, right?
Yeah, I think
But
Sure.
I mean, it is. I guess it is fairly like my hatred is fairly shallow for it. Like it's really just like I don't really like the song. I feel like if you had this newborn baby and some little kid came up and started banging a drum, you would
I'd
be
kill that
like,
kid.
someone get
kill
that kid
him.
out of here now. Yeah. Also, how is parumpa pum pum like a phonetic pronunciation of the drum?
It's
I've
not.
never heard
It
a drum
totally
make
is.
that sound.
Come on.
Hey, Dave, can you lay down that
Universe-
sick beat?
Universally accepted.
Pum,
Yeah.
pum.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, you put it that way. All right. So, anyways, that's my first one. Okay. Then we got my next one was Santa Baby.
Oh,
Which,
thank you. Oh,
yeah.
thank
Come
you.
on.
Eartha Kitt,
The-
man.
I
Eartha
like
Kitt.
Santa Baby.
Yeah. For me, the sexualization of Santa Claus. I mean, it's subtle in that song, but if you look at the lyrics, that is kind of what she's implying in that time frame of what they were able to get away with. And it's just so weird
hurry
because it's
down the
Santa's.
chimney tonight.
Yeah, come and trim my tree. She says a couple things
Whoa.
like that. I'm not even joking. I
Can
looked
we
it up
say
just to
that?
make sure I
Are
didn't
we allowed?
sound like an idiot. Yeah, we can edit that out. We can bleep it. But it's weird because it's like he's such a child, like a character and like a fairy tale character or something, and to be like wanting to get naughty with Santa is just weird. There's
Santa
something wrong with
baby.
that. Yeah.
And
got some
it wasn't like
issues.
it was sung by like some generic female singer that we don't sexualize. Eartha Kitt was like a sex symbol back then, like singing and crap like that. So there was intention there for sure.
It seems like it. So that's my second one. Next up, I have Frosty the Snowman.
Oh,
Uh,
I want to hear this,
yeah.
man.
So, I mean, my main issue with it is much like these are my favorite things. It has nothing to do with Christmas, other than the fact that it's a snowman and there's
Correct.
snow during Christmas. But so there's that. But also, in researching, I did look up the lyrics and look through it, and I totally forget this, but he gets hit by a car at the end of that song. Where it's like
What?
heavily implied. Yeah. Hold on. I still have the
You
lyrics
just-
pulled up.
You
I
hear,
can read you
you
through
hear
this.
the screeching of the tires as it's trying to brake.
Yeah. Someone call an ambulance. Oh, it's just a snowman. Oh.
Oh, look, he's talking.
Okay.
Run over his head, quick! No.
Just some kids,
So
like some guys got like a baseball bat out the window. The guys are going by, they're just ramming instead of hitting mailboxes.
This way, kids.
Exploded.
Snow.
Oh, Bobby, what happened to Frosty's head?
Oh man. So like the first three verses are all just about the cursed hat that they put on this snowman that turns him into a walking abomination, automaton.
That's right.
That's a very
soulless,
non-kid friendly
mindless.
way of putting it. Okay.
Yeah, and so the children start following this thing through the neighborhood. And where is this here? Hold on. He led them down the streets of town right to the traffic cop, and he only paused a moment when he heard him holler, "Stop." Next verse, Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way, but he waved goodbye, saying, "Don't you cry, I'll be back again someday." So I don't know how to take that other than the fact that, they didn't want to specifically say that he was hit by a car and his body burst all over the place and the children were crying. And his last breath was spent trying to console them. So
It's okay.
maybe he did have a soul, but still,
Oh, I love it.
after that, it escaped the body. And
Don't worry about me, Sally. No, put down my leg. It's too late. Don't worry about it. Please. Stop
no
it.
court's gonna uphold this case. We're just gonna have. So that's Frosty. That was my number 3.
It's a pretty good one, man. This is a good list.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. My next one isn't as good. It's "Wonderful Christmas Time" by Paul McCartney.
Interesting. Okay.
It's honestly, it's not anything really more than I just find the sound musically of that song super annoying and repetitive, and that weird synth like and this
You don't like the EDM?
it's like repetitive. And then I mean sometimes I do, but in that context it's just weird. I feel like that would be the perfect song if you had me locked in a room and you wanted to drive me crazy. You just play that like nonstop, and I wouldn't make it like I could maybe last like a day and a half, and then
That's
I'd
right.
be trying to find something to smash my head against. So
Sitting in the corner,
Well-
crossing your arms and shivering,
Yeah.
having a wonderful Christmas time.
Yeah. No. So yeah, and then my last one was "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" because
Whoa.
it's just it's super repetitive, and it's somewhat I don't know. I feel like most of the lines are just "We wish you a Merry Christmas," and
Happy New Year.
and then whatever, and it's similar to the last one. It's really just like I just get annoyed when I hear the same thing over and over and over. And then there's the weird, outdated obsession with figgy pudding. You know, to the point of refusing to leave someone's property until they deliver upon this obscure dessert.
Have you ever had figgy pudding? What is figgy pudding? Is it just fig pudding?
And I would assume, well, this is like slang for some kind of drug that these people are addicted to.
We're into figgy pudding.
Here. We won't go until we get some. Go ahead and call the cops.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
snorting it right now.
yeah.
They're dealing with Frosty's body right now, though, so they can't.
Oh yeah. That's right. So yeah, that was my last one. So those are 5 Christmas songs that I could do without, and the reasons why.
Wow. I don't want Christmas anymore, man. Thanks.
I love those ones. Those are good reasons. Those are really good reasons.
Well, you got
Thank
Cloud.
you.
What do I have? Okay, so I flipped it on us just because I thought that it would get too negative with our talk about it. And if we're about being positive, why not do it during the holidays? So I have I went to the Billboard Top 100 list
Okay.
for holiday songs. And so for this week anyway, so it's like the closest we can get with recording wise and stuff to it.
Yep.
And the first song that they list is and the songs I don't like, anything that's a rendition of a chipmunk singing it.
Oh, good call.
Yeah.
That
is
is a good call.
I'm gonna throw them in a barrel of acid.
It's a really good
That's
call. It's a really
Nothing.
good call.
They've done nothing well.
Dang, how did we miss the chipmunks, Dave?
That's what
Holy
I was wondering. I
crap.
thought that was gonna come up, and I was like, "Oh, we're all gonna
thought
have
about it.
doubles and right." And so I was like,
I
I'll
got
make
to
another
5
list.
before I hit that one on the list, so it would have
It's a
made
good
it.
point. It's a good point. Don't do it. Dear God. Oh, I'm not going to even try to copy that. I can, but I'm not going to. It's just not worth it. It's
no,
not.
I don't know how you could hit that whistling voice.
No. Stupid.
Yeah.
It's funny how they popularized that though so hardcore. People just were stoked to listen to annoying high-pitched voices singing a Christmas song and imagining they're talking rodents. And that's how we
That's right.
fell in love with the chipmunks. So
Because before the internet, people were very easily entertained.
it's the talking dog and Jimmy. Oh, I can see it now in my mind. Sorry.
Yep.
So first, no, here we'll start with the 5th song on the list. So, A Holly Jolly Christmas, released in 1964 by
Oh, I forgot that
recorded
song.
by Burl Ives. And
Christmas.
there's been a couple re-recordings. So one by Michael Bublé, and then one by Alan Jackson, which I didn't know who that was until I listened to it, and it's like a country singer, and I stopped at the very beginning after I heard his voice because of the nasaliness. So
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Shout out to all you Alan Jackson fans.
That's right.
Have a great day and never come back to this channel, you filthy animals.
So it was like it became popular when it was put in like or you guys might remember it from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Actually, Frosty was the one who sang it. So
Oh yeah. It
Yes,
was that
I
guy.
remember that.
yeah,
Yep.
that's right. He's a little older, so he survived the car wreck, and
Right.
he's older now.
That big old mustache.
Maybe did reconstructive surgery.
Right. Yeah, but that's number 5 on the charts, and Yeah, it's really
These are
super
the
well
5
known, right?
most popular,
5
best ones.
Yeah, 5 top.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, today. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but released 1964, so that was like way back when it was released, and it's still used and like still familiar today. Actually, like you'll see that this list is pretty much comprised all of them from like the 1960s, except for the first
Okay.
one. So
When Christmas music was cool.
it was a fad, yeah, for like 10
Bro,
years. Yeah,
listen to
that's
this
all they
rendition of Frosty.
wrote. Christmas
Nice.
lasted 10 years.
That
in
is so
everybody's mind.
fat.
Next one is number 4, Nat King Cole, the Christmas song, or better probably known as Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire.
Yes, that's
yeah.
right. Okay.
Yep. The only one with a color that was a colored black man that actually sang it. So, which is it's really good actually. Like I was listening
His
to
voice
it
though is gold, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
baby.
like what ended up happening is it was published in 1945. Then they recorded it the first time in 1946, and it was pretty good. But it wasn't until 1961 that's the rendition from 1961 is the one they actually use today in like malls and stuff like that.
Why older?
Well, the one from 1961 they use because it focuses more. It's like a deeper voice. So
Okay.
it says the vocals are much deeper and more focused. So like I guess they kind of refined it in 1961, and so that's the one that they ended up using. So
Is it still Nat King Cole?
yes, it is. Yeah, they recorded it like
Okay.
4 times, 4 different
Okay.
times. Yeah, yeah. It was weird. I'm like, because I'm like reading it and I'm like, why did they record it 4 different times? And then like I read the last recording for 61, and it was just a lot better sounding, right? Like I think they just got farther in music or like the sound they wanted from it, and they I guess maybe it wasn't like rushed at that time. Because like when
The
people try to-
recording technology too.
yeah, exactly. Well, and you want to get it out like sometime in November or October, right? The song, so that everybody can buy it for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but some other like singers that have redone it is Justin Bieber redid it. I listened
Oh,
to that
God.
one. I actually didn't like it. It also has Usher in it and stuff. So
What's not to like?
come on. Then Christina Aguilera, Ariana Grande, Whitney Houston, and there was like 5 other artists that redid it. That's the one on the list that was actually redone by the most people, so 9 total. It's crazy. Yeah.
Hark, I heard a fanboy Dave in the background of Justin Bieber.
That's right.
That was a character I was doing. It's not a true representation.
Okay. It's whatever.
We're thinking you for Christmas.
The number 3 song is "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year" by Andy Williams.
All right.
So 1963 release again, so around the same time, redone by it's Pentatonics, Kylie Minogue, Michael W. Smith, the cast of Glee, Amy Grant, and Bob Rivers.
I don't like his voice.
Who?
I don't like his voice.
Andy
The
Williams?
original Andy. Yeah, no. No, wait. No. That's the low voice dude, isn't
Or-
it? Andy Williams?
Yep.
It's the guy that has the higher mid-rangey like voice. It's the most wonderful time of the year. He like hits his T's very aggravating, and the pop part just pisses me off. Sorry. I don't like his voice at all. Like
Wow.
we listen to like Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra and all these like low voice. Nat King Cole, smooth and silky voice,
That's
singing these
right.
beautiful Christmas. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Just like, gosh, shut up. Seriously, leave. You didn't hit puberty. Leave. Go.
Is that the guy?
Wait.
Is that the cast of Glee? Maybe I don't. I
No,
don't know.
no, it's the
Bob
original
Rivers,
one.
maybe?
That song.
Really? Andy
Maybe
Williams.
no, it's maybe it's
it
not
is.
Andy. I should YouTube it. I'll look it up. You
Yeah,
you keep
we'll figure it
talking.
Okay.
Do it.
I think so. I feel like the original one that I would assume was the original sort of
think
matches
Andy's a
up
low
with
voice.
what you're.
Well, maybe. I'm gonna check right now. You guys keep talking.
Sure. We have to find this
Just
out.
all you at home, just sit and wait for a second.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
right.
hang on.
Phone. Check
Okay,
your
here we
feed.
You
go.
don't have to wait.
Here we
I'll just
go.
edit it.
Here we go.
We're sitting here for like 10 minutes trying to figure it out.
That's right. No, Andy Williams is a low voice. Okay, that's beautiful. I
Okay,
like
well,
him.
Maybe it's
Who
Bob Rivers
doesn't?
then. Bob Rivers.
Bob Rivers. Let me try that.
That's the other guy. Everybody else,
I think
I
it
wouldn't
is.
think it's bad.
No, I think it's Bob Rivers. I think it's okay. It's the most wonderful. Okay, no, because I remember Andy Williams' name, and I know that he's got a low voice. Oh, this guy looks like a dirt face. Wait. Oh man, that's a nasty picture. His name is
What are you looking
his
at?
name. His name is Bob Rivers, though.
He's like
Bob
mid
Rivers.
sneeze.
Freaking terrible. Like seriously, he looks like a moron. It's the most.
Oh, I gotta
seriously,
look this up.
I know. I'm sorry. Wonderful, wonderful time of
Dave
the
knows
year.
the
Okay.
picture.
Andy Williams is great. Who is that moron that sings it? I'm gonna find you, you mother trucker. Where are you?
Maybe like one of the singers of Pentatonics. Maybe.
No, man. This is an old rendition. Still, it's
Really?
not the Andy Williams, but he's got a high voice, and it pisses me off every time. It's on the radio like every day. It's making me crazy here. Is it Bob? Who's Bob Rivers?
Yeah.
Is he the little elf face guy?
Well, that's that dirt face. Yeah, I don't know if that's him, but
Oh, he's the first guy. There's a lot of him that comes up when you look at it.
there's a lot.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna look this
it's
up.
weird.
No, he's a comedian. He sings the most fattening time of the year. So no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. I
He
can't.
was on Star Trek.
Tangent. We're on our way with tangents. I can't find it, guys. If you guys know who sings "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year" and it's not Andy Williams and he has a terrible mid to high pitched voice, please put it in the comments and send it to me so I may publicly revile it next time. Okay? Okay.
Mhm.
Good.
Mhm.
Challenge accepted. I because I can't
Oh,
find
I know who
it.
it
And
is. Okay, so it's the Michael W. Smith one.
are you sure?
Yeah, yeah. But put it on. It's Michael W. Smith
I
and
don't
Friends.
think
is
it's
the
him
album.
though. Okay, I'm gonna click it right now.
But it's a different.
Okay, I'm gonna.
different Michael.
I don't
W.
think this is it though. It's a classic, but
Featuring-
oh, he's pretty close. Oh, he's pretty close. He's pretty nasally.
Yeah. That's what I like started it, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty nasally. So it's probably him, but maybe at a certain part, like
Ooh,
the chorus or something.
ooh, Dave, you should listen to that, man. It's not. I don't think that's the one I'm thinking of, but you should listen to that, Dave, for shiz. Holy balls!
Okay.
I'm gonna find this guy. I'm gonna witch hunt now. I want to witch hunt.
Do you want to do it now? I'll do it now if you guys want.
Play it, Dave.
Do
Go
a
for it.
live reaction. Michael W. Smith.
I'm gonna find this guy, Cloud. I'm gonna find him for you. I'm gonna
Yeah.
find him.
Wonderful.
We need to know.
time.
We need to hunt him down and kill that man.
It's the most wonderful
For
time.
At least
desecrating a
prevent him
classic.
from
Is that what?
singing ever
Oh,
again.
guys, I think it's Johnny Mathis. Hang on, I'm clicking on it right now. Oh, this could be it. This could be it. Hang on. Oh, okay, Dave. Johnny Mathis right now, please. Live rendition, please. Johnny Mathis, it's the most wonderful time.
All right.
I found the mother trucker. I found him.
Johnny Mathis.
And it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh my gosh. I found it. I found him. I got him. He's mine. Your ass is mine.
Got him. He's in my sights. Take the shot.
Got him. Take it now. Take it now. Here you go, Cloud.
Yeah. All right. No, that's enough. First 5 seconds. That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, here I'll play.
Did
I
you
can
wanna
play
say-
it over here? I can
Yeah.
play it over here.
Go for
I'll-
it, Cloud.
I'll
Yeah,
play it.
show them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forward it a bit. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's all I'm gonna play about it. But yeah, that is the one. That is super annoying.
It's so bad.
It's really bad.
I'm sorry. It's because Andy Williams has at least a low voice, so it's not my favorite song in the whole wide world, but it's the most wonderful. It's okay. It's all right. But Johnny Mathis also sings, oh, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I'm clicking on it right now. It's pretty much just as bad. It's just as bad. It's just his voice. It look a lot like Christmas. Oh. I found him. Okay, sorry, I'm done. I'll leave Johnny Mathis alone. He made millions of dollars. Sorry, keep going.
That's right. He's richer than I am.
I can't complain. Yeah, okay, it's fine.
Okay, next. Okay, so number 2 on the list is "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree."
Oh yeah, that's a good
That's
one.
a good
That
song.
one's by
I don't mind that one.
Brenda Lee.
I like that one.
Well, like, do you guys notice like these songs? 4 of them are really old, and it's like we peaked on our Christmas stuff in the 60s.
I don't think you can really redo them. I think we've already discussed that we don't like redoing Christmas songs because we just hate them more, right?
Yeah.
Like
It's also like a new Christmas song is weird. Like I think the most modern one that people like is the Mariah Carey. Yeah. All I Want for Christmas Is You is probably the most recent one that's like would be on the top 10 for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But when you see someone come out with a new release single of Christmas, you're like, oh.
You know, it's mostly going to be songs from the 60s or older. Or
made up lyrics that are terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
And they try to reinvent it, and they're like, this is a new Christmas classic. No, it's not. No, it's not. No.
Okay, but sang by Brenda Lee, and at the time of the recording, she was actually 13 years old.
Holy balls. What? Are you kidding me?
So I went and I listened to the original recording, and it's weird because like she was chosen as the singer for it by the guy who wrote the song, so by the songwriter, and because her voice was so mature for her age, it perfectly fit the song, and so she was chosen to sing it.
13.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, I believe it. I mean, especially if you had like a whole bunch of singers and you specifically picked from a lineup, you know, it's not like you'd pick her like not based on her age, and then afterwards it's like, oh, okay, well, whatever. It's not like a raunchy song or anything. It's not like you're making her sing anything weird. But
no, but lovely. It's very good.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, exactly. But other artists that have done it are Miley Cyrus, Victoria Justice, Amy Grant again.
Mm-hmm.
A couple called She and Him, and then Kim Wilde and Mel Smith. But yeah, so that's like it didn't actually become like a popular song until 1962 actually, because she was actually not a very popular singer at the time, but she was perfect for the song. But years later is when the song became popular after she started getting more fans and the people started recognizing her more. And then they put it on every Christmas, and then it just like 1962 hit after she was famous in 1960, and it just took off from there. So
I probably first I heard it was in Home Alone when I was a kid.
Yes.
When he's doing the house party scene with like the Michael Jordan cutout on the train and all that.
Yep. Yeah, that's where it was. Yeah.
Good times. That poor abandoned child.
Poor Joe Pesci.
Yeah, that's more accurate. Those poor men that stumbled into his lair
of death.
Yeah, they wouldn't have survived.
Nope.
No, that's right.
So good to watch though, but nope.
Okay, so now number 1 was already mentioned by Super Dave actually. So yeah, it is Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Yeah, 1994 release. Other artists that have done it are Michael Bublé, and then Fifth Harmony did a rendition of it too, but I didn't like that version because like at the very beginning it sounds different, but then once you get to like the main part that everybody knows, it sounds exactly the same because of the harmonies and stuff. It just blends together. So and it sounds like the Mariah Carey one afterwards, but.
It's a good one.
I would dare say that she did crack it as that is actually a decent. It's not. I won't say classic yet because it's only like 23 years old and it's maybe not like 50s or 60s. But I would personally say that I'm okay to listen to that and be like, a Christmas song, right?
Yeah, and it's also like in and of itself like it's a good song musically. Like it goes up and down. It doesn't just have the same chords and somehow captures that weird Christmas sound that I couldn't really describe to you other than
Oh God.
Just lots and lots of bells. That's right.
I only get to use these once a year, so
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
getting
bro.
all my jingles in today.
Rock it out, guys. This is going to be our last podcast. The next time we do this podcast is going to be after Christmas.
It is.
Like,
Yeah.
you got to rock those bells, man. So
That's
you
right.
know,
Jingle Bell Rock.
Yeah,
that I'm
that's
okay
true.
with. Well, yeah, no, I'm okay with it. I have a story though, really quick, Claude.
Yeah,
If-
yeah,
I don't mean
go
to
ahead.
interrupt.
No,
It's
go
about Jingle Bell Rock, and
Yeah.
there's a little bit of sadness inside of me because every time that song plays, you see, I'm about to get real here with everybody before we leave you all. I loved dancing as a boy. My favorite movie was Singing in the Rain. I had a crush on Debbie Reynolds, Carrie Fisher's mom. Yes, for all those out there, that's Princess Leia's mom in real life. And you might ask, well, why on earth would I mention that? Well, when I watched Singing in the Rain, I wanted to become a tap dancer. Okay, and as a young man, I donned up my tap shoes, and for 2 years I practiced in a little place called Tabor, Alberta,
Oh
and we
man,
had to do a Christmas concert. Okay, now
I'm loving this.
the second year,
So many
second
things
year,
Dave
I
didn't
was
know.
much more mature. The first year was okay, but the second year it was even bigger because instead of performing in the Tabor Community Center, which is what our first year was, I was like 6 years old. The next year was a big deal because we were performing at the Lethbridge Arts Center. Are you kidding me? What the heck? So we're going to be performing upon like 400 people. Okay. Now, when we practiced, we did not yet know our song or our costumes. So when we get there, they're like, "Your song is Jingle Bell Rock." I'm like, "Sweet. That's awesome. It's a great song." And
Right.
and they hand us like these 2 white V-necks. I'm like, "Sweet. Okay, white V-necks." And these like okay wavy white pants. I'm like, "Okay, you know what? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. They're just like long flexible pants." And I'm like, "Sweet. Simple costume, very comfortable." Okay? So I'm stoked. We practice. We're all good to go. Showtime is that next weekend. Okay? You following me? All right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm,
We show up. Me and my other male, we were the only 2 male dancers, and there's 4 girls, so 6 of us in total. We get in there. The girls get their dresses on, and they're the exact same dresses as the weekend before. So we're like, "Okay, rock on. Where are our costumes?" You're like, "Oh no, those were just practice costumes. We didn't want you to break these because they're a rental." They walk into the back closet. I hold my breath, and out they walk with
Dresses.
lederhosen.
Oh, nice.
I wore lederhosen, like the Dutch shorts, the hiked up to my knees, the cloggy kind of shoes, and that
Nice.
little
How
hat.
does that have to do with Jingle Bell Rock?
Exactly. I was pissed the entire concert. I'm dancing there, and my mom was shocked even. Like, you see her with her camera and just looks away from her camera. And she's like,
Just
"What the hell is he
it
wearing?"
just like subtly like goes off to the side and shuts it off, and then comes back in later.
"Mama, were you filming me?" "Oh, yeah, for sure." "Well, I didn't see the red light on. You actually turned it off." "Oh, my bad." So every time I listen to Jingle Bell Rock, I actually don't like it as much as maybe I should, because that's all I associate as dancing in front of hundreds of people as a young boy in lederhosen.
Wow.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That's great. I didn't even know about that story. That's all I'm going to think about now, and it'll bring me joy.
That's right. It's a better song for it. Everybody will enjoy it now.
Well, we got to go. Cue the bells. Just kidding. Okay, run.
Did you guys want to just quickly go through your gift lists or anything like that?
Sure. I didn't really have a lot of time to dwell on it. I mean, we can quickly stipulate on it, but I unfortunately spent more
Okay,
time
well-
investigating my songs.
Yeah. Well, whatever comes to mind then. You can go or I can go.
Go for it, Cloud. If you got one readily available, go for it.
Sure. So first thing I thought of. So I was like, okay, well, a list of stuff that I want, and this was like literally 5 minutes before we came on. I made this list.
Oh yeah, I think
Okay.
that's our standard practice for all 3 of us.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
And so I was like, okay, well, like, does it have to be a gift I stick under the tree or something? And I was like, no, because like the criteria for it was anything you want, no, like funds are not an issue, kind of thing, right?
Right. Money's no object.
So then I started picturing like gigantic things, and like every time I associate like a gift with something, I always think there's a bow on it. And so then I was like, could someone buy me a house with just like a giant bow on it?
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
And so like I don't know, a place to live. I want a place to live. It's not like I live in a cardboard box, but I'm just saying like my own place. That'd be good.
A bigger box, man.
A
Yep.
bigger box. That's right. It's like double like that thick cardboard, like
Right.
double walled. That way,
Corrugated. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the corrugated stuff.
The fancy stuff.
That's right.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Just like with like a paper mache like outer coating.
Right. To protect from the elements.
That's right. All that wind. Then I was like, okay, well, if I have a house, and it's house sized, okay? Like I don't know what your idea of a house is, but it's a good size. And then I was thinking, you know what? I don't want to clean this house myself, so someone should give me a coupon that's like a maid service coupon for like the rest of my life. So like I have this coupon, I call the maid service. They come maybe like twice a week. Not that I'm that messy, it's one person. But they come over, they clean up all my stuff. They do my dishes, they do my laundry. I don't have to come out of my room for any reason. And yeah, so that would be the next thing. Maybe plus like a butler. That way he's always standing there. If I want some tea or something, I can call him.
Makes sense.
And then
Makes
then
sense.
ask him for one. Next one is I've always wanted this as like a kid, because like I watch all these shows where like these kids would get like puppies and like animals for Christmas as gifts, and I just want I just think it'd be funny like having a gift with like it's just got holes in it, and then everybody's like, "What's in that one?" Like it's something that's alive. That's what's in that one. And
Okay.
you don't want to shake it. But I just thought that'd be funny with like, yeah, someone asking like what's in there, but they know perfectly well there's a live animal in it. But yeah,
Okay.
But I've always wanted
Okay.
one. I've always wanted like a puppy or something, just because I would get jealous of all the kids that were on TV.
Yes.
Yes, but preferably like a husky or something. Something not too big, but still decently sized. I know they take a lot of work, and they're half wolf, so you have to like have.
They have a lot of energy.
They do. You need like a big yard, and you got to take them out for walks regularly, and play a lot, lots of exercise, or else they get super lazy and they don't like you. And they also have like that predatory instinct in them too, so like they'll chase rabbits and stuff if they see them. But
Nice.
the next thing I chose was a computer. So, but this is like a set. I chose a set of stuff. I was like, if someone bundled up all this stuff for me and put it all together, then I would get it, or else like it wouldn't defeat the purpose, but it just wouldn't be as good. So I chose the Alienware Area 51 computer, desktop computer. It comes with like all this recording equipment. Actually, like an actual recording like booth. So if someone just got a booth together for me that had like all this stuff in it, and like a VR setup, because I want VR stuff.
Oh,
And, like,
yes.
Oh yeah.
And like
VR's cool.
like a drawing tablet and stuff, like everything that's computer related that I want in there. Put that all in there, package it up for me, wrap it up in a big giant box with a bow on it, and I will open it. And
Oh, okay.
and then I got two more gifts, but I guess I'll put them together. It's another bundle. I like bundles. I just want lots of gifts.
For anyone
But,
out there listening, this is
one.
Cloud actually asking you to get this stuff. He's
That's
not
right.
saying this is what he wants.
Just get it.
This is your to-do list. You
That's
have a
right.
few days. Thank you.
do. So
Or we cancel Christmas.
Okay, bye.
That's right. So I want like a suit and tie kind of like thing, but like, okay, like just imagine like a gentleman's set or whatever, right? So it's like a briefcase, and like it's got like one of those padlock things on it, like a combination code, and like a thumbprint thing. Like I want to be a secret agent. That's pretty much what I want to be. And like you open it up, and then like the mist like comes out of it. It's like, and then you like open it
Okay.
up, and then there's like lights and stuff. And inside's like this suit that you can put on, and like with like tie and like cufflinks and stuff like that. But it's got like a hygiene set too. So like you have all the shaving creams and stuff like that. You've got razor blades and you know, like I'm thinking more the Kingsman kind of movie because I watched that like a week ago, and that's kind of on my brain. So all their stuff, that's what I want.
Okay.
Cool.
What, what is their grenade again? Was it?
It was the lighter.
It's right. It was the lighter. Frick. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Those might be illegal in Canada, but well, we can look into it. That's fine.
I just want to be a secret agent. That's all.
Okay. Cool. All right.
I just want to be a secret agent for Christmas.
That's right.
And a new classic was born today.
Nice.
I don't know, Dave. Do you have anything to add to that? I mean, Cloud, you're pretty detailed, man.
Yeah, I was not so
That's fine. Go ahead.
ambitious, but I did make a list of 5 things if we're gonna make a imaginary, if we had unlimited funds list. House, that's the easy one. Just because I didn't even go as far as thinking of the maintenance and care. I just figured I'd let it fall apart and then
That's
no
right.
one would come visit me, so I'd be safe. Because I'm the weird shamble house with the weird young old man who stares
In
at
the
people
trailer
through the
park.
window. Yeah. House, trailer, whatever. I don't care if it's mobile. That's cool.
It's a house.
Yeah. 70-inch 4K TV.
Yes, thank you, Dave.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Coming over.
A gaming PC. I didn't specify what kind because I know nothing about them. I mean, it makes sense if you can afford it rather than a console because you can play pretty much anything. Custom graphics settings plus blah blah blah. Custom controller. The other one is just a vague, just movie props, which is like I like
props.
I like collecting stuff like that. Like I have like a Thor hammer and a Captain America shield and like a lightsaber
cool.
and a Darth Vader helmet and stuff that like it doesn't have to be like actual ones used in the movies, but like a replica kind of thing that's the right size.
Mm-hmm.
I like having stuff like that. Like ideally, it's also expensive though. Like to get the
Oh,
legit stuff, it's
It's crazy.
but since that's not an option, ideally I'd love to have that stuff as like the decoration for, my new imaginary house, on the walls and such. And then a self-driving car.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
I could get down on those. I'm totally not one of those people who are sketched out about that. I mean, I've only really been driving myself around for like a few years now, so it's cool and I appreciate it. But if the car would just do it on its own, I would appreciate that more.
That's right.
Then I could spend more time eating or messing around on my phone or sleeping and,
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
All the
So that's
important
my wish list.
Okay.
Mhm,
All right.
mhm.
So what I would want is I would enjoy a full gaming computer, but I kind of also want, like, it sounds kind of, it's not really an item you can put a bow on to Cloud's point, but I would love a studio, like a private little room studio with a computer, like just an area that could be my own, and then with the computer in it. So it's kind of a bundle, as Cloud likes to do, is bundles. So that's one thing.
That's right.
I actually, a few years ago, a buddy of mine actually asked me, he's like, what is the perfect drum kit? I am a drummer. Dave alluded to it. I am a drummer. And he said, like, realistically, if you picked your own custom drum kit, math it out, how much money would it actually be? And I actually did it. It was a slow day at work. I worked at a certain pawn shop in Regina at the time that none of us are familiar with. Dave worked there and quit. Anyways, that
could be anything. There's so many pawn shops.
So many Daves too.
So many
Yeah.
Daves. Who's Dave?
That's true.
I mathed it out, and my perfect drum kit with no sparing on any expense is around $15,000.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
15 grand.
Impressive.
15 grand. It's custom shells, custom hardware, the best cymbals, all the gear, and that's without any sparing expense. I would love that kit. So that's item number 3. Item number 4. I'm getting more and more techie. I was blessed with a iPad Mini for my birthday, But because of the way my children have been raised, they consider anything with a screen theirs. So I'm a bad parent. So I actually hide my iPad, so I don't get to enjoy it as much as I'd like to. But I read it for books and stuff like that. I'd kind of like. I'm kind of torn. I would love an Apple Air, or I would love a Microsoft Surface. I'm actually kind of torn between the two. But I would love a slightly bigger portable computer. I'm going to use the mini until it dies, and I'm stoked on it because I'm not going to need anything else. But I love the new advances. I would like an Apple Watch iPad kind of combo. That's just me. Very, very boring, you guys. Just so you know, I'm very boring right now. Last but not least, I would love some plane tickets to probably Europe and take my wife there. That's my no expenses. I would like to finally get her out of this place and give her a break. That would be my fifth. Very sappy. So if you're listening, baby, I love you. There you go. So that's my list.
That there were no children on that flight.
We don't. Yeah, that's him.
There's certain kinds of vacations. I get it. Yeah.
we don't need to talk about the last one. It's fine. It's implied they're not there.
Moving on. Yes.
Moving on. So I don't know, Cloud. What do you think?
Yeah.
It was a very boring list,
No,
unfortunately, on my end.
It was good. I'm just wondering, like with the travel computer kind of thing. Are you using it? Would you use it more for like? What would you use it for? Like, it's just like it's like writing stuff and doing stuff?
The iPad Mini is really good. Like I said, the only reason why I don't use it as much as I do is because I have to hide it from my kids. So eventually, I intend to use it a lot more. I like to read books on it. It's actually really fun to take to like chapters, and if I get a break, I'll drink a coffee and I just pop open my iPad Mini. I actually do enjoy it. Some people are like, why waste money on that when you can get the iPad? I do like that it's bigger than my smartphone and it doesn't make my eyes hurt to read, but I also like it's not a full-fledged iPad. But for a Microsoft Surface, they're just more powerful. They're faster. They're actual computers. There's a lot more of my life, I think, that I can actually compartmentalize and I can compact. And if I could just make that in like a slim one-size-fits-all little mini laptop where I can carry it around. The iPad Mini, I think, can do most of it, but I would just want a little bit more power behind it. My brother has a really bulky Alienware laptop. Like, it's thousands of dollars. Yeah. He can edit videos. He can play video games. It's heavy as heck, but he can still carry it under his shoulder if he ever wanted to go somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe not that powerful, but something like that would be really fun where I can go. I don't want to be limited to a space, if that makes sense. That's what I would like.
That's right. I think nice. I think like a good idea would be the like the MacBook or whatever, like whichever one you choose or whatever.
Yep.
As a laptop, just I don't know. Like I find those more reliable, even though the Microsoft stuff is like the PC stuff is way more powerful. It's just more reliable, the other one, right? And it depends on what you're using it for, right? Because if you don't need, like, I know with editing, like, you wouldn't go and, like, edit, like, a video. You could go in and edit audio, and editing audio doesn't require as much power to do. So
exactly. Yep. Exactly.
I think it'd come down to, like a cost-effective thing.
Yeah. No. So it's just kind of those things I would like tech.
Yeah.
Because I remember asking Super Dave, like, years ago, I'm like, would you ever get an iPhone? He's like, I would only get an iPhone if I could like wear an arm strap and like strap it to my arm and like talk and tap on it. Right? You remember that?
I tried to find something like that. Closest there's those fitness bands. Because I got into the smartphones now, but yeah, I wanted it to be like a wrist computer, like just all sci-fi,
And you totally could have. Like, it's a great idea. I was actually really appreciative. I'm like, that's a good perspective. And yeah, I think you told me you couldn't find anything, right?
Well, nothing that I wanted to wear around my arm all the time or spend any money on. So
custom rig it, baby.
Yeah.
That's
good.
That's kind of cool because like I was reading a manga this last week, and it's by a guy named an artist. What's his name? Boichi is his pen name. So Boichi, and I really like his art. And I was thinking about actually getting his art book and ordering it, but They have like a what's like an iPhone in their world or whatever in the comic thing, and it has like these, it like straps on like a watch. It's weird because it goes like long ways along your wrist, and it's like the size of an iPhone, but it goes long ways along your wrist, and it has like it's got like an AI kind of thing like built into it. So it's got like
Nice.
2 arms and 2 legs. So like it can stand up like on your desk if you need it to or whatever. And it's a little tiny robot, but it grabs it, like in order to hold on to your wrist, it takes out its arms and its legs and then like hooks around your wrist in order to hold itself. It was kind of cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was like, because it was like a futuristic thing. The main character guy, he ended up taking it and then dismantling it and changing the programming and building his own OS system. And he gave it like a little face on top, and then it would like talk to him as like another little robot.
Oh my gosh!
Because the main character is like a cyborg kind of thing. It was cool.
Cool.
Well, I'll have to add that to my list.
It just got me thinking about that. Yeah.
Well, that being said, then you guys all know now what to ask for and possibly for Christmas for your parents, and just give them a heart attack. But any closing remarks there, Cloud or Dave?
You can.
Okay, well then you all get coal for Christmas, and I accidentally hit one of my children's toys in front of me, and we'll just ignore that. Well, from everyone here at Wondertilt, I hope you have yourself a great Christmas, and I'm going to throw this toy. Freaking nailed it, by the way. I wish you all very Merry Christmas. So have a happy holidays. Cherish your time with your family. This is goodbye from Russ, Cloud, and Super Dave.
So yeah, Merry Christmas. Let's go throw some figgy pudding at Johnny Mathis's house.
Oh.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
cool. Sorry
Dave,
to interrupt.
Are you checking us out? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, guess what I got?
What?
Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh.
Oh God.
The Christmas episode, guys. Where's your spirit?
I'm drinking eggnog in silence, Dave.
Are you guys cool if I do that during the intro and outro?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fine.
150%, man.